Top USA and international trending news,
which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on.
Log in to get the latest news on all social networking site Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. TikTok is Millennium News 24.
Also, our YouTube channel is News Channel N24. View us now on both network broadcasting Android and iOS devices.
Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, also all smart TV platforms.
Please enjoy our entertainment and latest news and views.
Our Millennium TV apps: Millennium TV USA Android, Millennium News Google Way, Millennium 24. Come stay with Millennium News 24. Thank you.
Welcome to Hello America, Millennium Daily News Update. I am with you now. Details this time. Kamala Harris called Wednesday for Americans to stop pointing fingers at each other, as she tried to push past comments made by President Joe Biden about Donald Trump's supporters and garbage, and keep the focus on her Republican opponent in the closing days of the race. We know we have an opportunity in this election to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump, who has been trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other, the Democratic nominee said. Harris held rallies in a trio of battleground states as part of a blitz in the closing week of the election, with stops Wednesday in Raleigh, North Carolina, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and Madison, Wisconsin. She stressed unity and common ground, expanding on her capstone speech Tuesday in Washington, where she laid out what her team called the closing argument of her campaign. Donald Trump walked down the steps of the Boeing 757 that bears his name, walked across a rain-soaked tarmac and, after twice missing the handle, climbed into the passenger seat of a white garbage truck that also carried his name. The former president, once a reality TV star known for his showmanship, wanted to draw attention to a remark made a day earlier by his successor, Democratic President Joe Biden, that suggested Trump's supporters were garbage. Trump has used the remark as a cudgel against his Democratic rival, Vice President Kamala Harris. "How do you like my garbage truck?" Trump said, wearing an orange and yellow safety vest over his white dress shirt and red tie. This is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. Trump and other Republicans were facing pushback of their own for comment by a comedian at a weekend Trump rally who disparaged Puerto Rico as a floating island of garbage. Trump then seized on a comment Biden made on a late Wednesday call that the only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. The president tried to clarify the comment afterward, saying he had intended to say Trump's demonization of Latinos was unconscionable, but it was too late. President Joe Biden was very publicly trying to rein himself in. "Don't get going, Joe. Slow up," he advised himself during a speech where he was criticizing Republican Donald Trump. That was Tuesday afternoon, but by evening, Biden didn't take his own advice, and now his off-the-cuff remark on a Zoom campaign call has created a new headache for Democratic nominee Kamala Harris less than a week before Election Day. It's not the first time Biden has created problems by going off script, but the latest incident served as a particular distraction, just as Harris was trying to deliver a high-profile closing argument for her campaign, emphasizing the need to unify the country after Trump's divisiveness. Shortly before Harris was about to speak Tuesday night to a massive rally crowd on a stretch of grass not far from the White House, Biden got on a call with a Hispanic advocacy group and commented on a comic's recent insults at a Trump rally where he referred to Puerto Rico as a floating island of garbage. Donald Trump showered former NFL star Brett Favre with praise on Wednesday at a rally in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where the former Packers quarterback campaigned for the Republican presidential nominee in the final week before Election Day. "Thank you, Brett. What a great honor. What a great champion," Trump said shortly after taking the stage at the Resch Center. Describing Favre's fingers as like sausages, he said, "No wonder he could throw the ball. I'm a little upset because I think he got bigger applause than me, and I'm not happy," the former president went on, joking about the ovation Favre received in a county that Trump narrowly won in 2020. Trump, who appeared on stage in a orange safety vest after riding in a garbage truck to draw attention to an offensive comment by President Joe Biden, rallied alongside the football icon in the critical battleground state, with just 6 days until the election. And a sign of the importance of the state, Trump's Democratic opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris, was campaigning simultaneously in overwhelmingly Democratic voting Madison, roughly a 2.5-hour drive away. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Wednesday that North Korean troops wearing Russian uniforms and carrying Russian equipment are moving toward Ukraine in what he called a dangerous and destabilizing development. Austin was speaking at a press conference in Washington with South Korean Defense Minister Kim Yong-hyun as concerns grow about Pyongyang's deployment of as many as 12,000 troops to Russia, the U.S., and South Korea say some of the North Korean troops are heading to Russia's Kursk region on the border with Ukraine, where the Kremlin's forces have struggled to push back a Ukrainian incursion. Some North Korean advance units have already arrived in the Kursk region, and Austin said, "The likelihood is pretty high that Russia will use the troops in combat." North Korea's move to tighten its relationship with Russia has triggered alarms across the globe as leaders worrying about how it may expand the war in Ukraine and what Russian military aid will be delivered to Pyongyang in exchange. The Supreme Court's conservative majority on Wednesday left in place Virginia's purge of voter registrations that the state says is aimed at stopping people who are not U.S. citizens from voting. One Virginian whose registration was canceled despite living in the state her entire life called the purge a very bad October surprise. The High Court, over the dissents of the 3 liberal justices, granted an emergency appeal from Virginia's Republican administration led by Gov. Glenn Youngkin. The court provided no rationale for its action, which is typical in emergency appeals. The justices acted on Virginia's appeal after a federal judge found that the state illegally purged more than 1,600 voter registrations in the past 2 months. A federal appeals court had previously allowed the judge's order to remain in effect. The specter of immigrants voting illegally has been a main part of the political messaging this year from former President Donald Trump and other Republicans, even though such voting is rare in American elections. A short break from the Hello America Millennium Daily News. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the world of Millennium News 24. We bring news, we analyze news, and we make a bridge between you and the eventful world. 24/7 Millennium News 24 team is at your service. Don't miss today's America, Editorial Today, and Global Democracy with host Tofader Noor. You also won't want to miss Todd Goldfinger's show, Goldfinger Music Hour, Noon News with host Todd Goldfinger. And to stay connected with all top and trending news, don't even miss Millennium News Hour with host Tanziba Nouri. Millennium News 24 is available to be watched free for all LED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Millennium TV 24 News, news you need to know.
Welcome to Hello America, Millennium Daily News Update. The man suspected of setting fires in ballot drop boxes in Oregon and Washington state is an experienced metal worker and may be planning additional attacks, authorities said. Wednesday, investigators believe the man who set the incendiary devices at ballot boxes in Portland, Oregon, and nearby Vancouver, Washington, had a wealth of experience in metal fabrication and welding, said Portland Police Bureau spokesperson Mike Benner. The way the devices were constructed and the way they were attached to the metal drop boxes showed that expertise, Benner said. Authorities describe the suspect as a white man, age 32, 40, who is balding or has very short hair. Police previously said surveillance video showed the man driving a black or dark-colored 2001 to 2004 Volvo S60. The vehicle did not have a front license plate, but it did have a rear plate with unknown letters or numbers. Eric and Lyle Menendez's resentencing hearing has been set for Dec. 11, when a judge will decide whether they will have a shot at freedom after spending 34 years behind bars for the shotgun killings of their parents in 1989. At their Beverly Hills home, the date was decided Wednesday by Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Michael Jessup after prosecutors submitted a recommendation for the brothers' resentencing last week, after an initial mistrial with a hung jury for each of the brothers. They were convicted of killing their parents, Kitty and Jose Menendez, and sentenced to life without parole in prison. The brothers' attorneys never disputed the pair killed their parents, but argued that they acted out of self-defense after years of emotional and sexual abuse by their father. Much of the evidence related to abuse was excluded from their second trial. In the shadow of the White House, 7 days before the final votes of the 2024 election are cast, Kamala Harris vowed to put country over party and warned that Donald Trump is obsessed with revenge and his own personal interests. Less than 48 hours earlier inside Madison Square Garden, Trump called his Democratic opponent a train wreck who has destroyed everything in her path. His allies on stage labeled Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage and made a baseless claim that Harris, a former prosecutor and senator who is trying to become the first woman to be elected president, had begun her career as a prostitute 2 nights and 200 miles apart. The dueling closing arguments outlined in stark terms the choice U.S. voters face on Nov. 5 when they will weigh two very different visions of leadership and America's future. Flash floods in Spain turned village streets into rivers, ruined homes, disrupted transportation, and killed at least 95 people in the worst natural disaster to hit the European nation in recent memory. Rainstorms that started Tuesday and continued Wednesday caused flooding across southern and eastern Spain, stretching from Malaga to Valencia. Muddy torrents tumbled vehicles down streets at high speeds while debris and household items swirled in the water. Police and rescue services used helicopters to lift people from their homes and rubber boats to reach drivers stranded atop cars. Emergency services in the eastern region of Valencia confirmed a death toll of 92 people on Wednesday. Another 2 casualties were reported in the neighboring Castilla-La Mancha region, while southern Andalusia reported 1 death. A short break from the Hello America Millennium Daily News. Stay tuned. Welcome to Hello America Millennium Daily News Update. Puerto Rican reggaeton singer Nicky Jam has withdrawn his endorsement of Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election a month after appearing at A rally for the candidate, Tony Hinchcliffe, a comic who called Puerto Rico garbage before a Pack Trump rally in New York appears to be the catalyst, the reason why I supported Donald Trump was because I thought he was the best for the economy in the United States. Where many Latinos live, many of us Latinos live, myself included, many immigrants who are suffering because of the economy and him being a businessman. I thought it was the best move, Jam said in Spanish in a video statement posted to his official Instagram page. Never in my life did I think that a month later a comedian was going to come to criticize my country and speak badly of my country, and therefore I renounce any support for Donald Trump and I sidestep any political situation. Respect Puerto Rico, Nicky Jam. A Los Angeles woman has filed a lawsuit alleging that Metro Boomin, a Grammy-nominated producer who has worked with some of the biggest names in hip-hop and R&B, raped her in 2016 and she became pregnant from the attack. The producer's attorney calls the accusations false and said the lawsuit filed Tuesday in Los Angeles Superior Court is a pure shakedown. Vanessa Lemester, 38, says in the lawsuit that she became friends with Metro Boomin, whose legal name is Leland Wayne, after the death of her 9-month-old son, while visiting him in a recording studio months later. She blacked out and woke on a bed to find Wayne raping her, the lawsuit alleges. She learned she was pregnant from the attack a few weeks later, the suit says. An attorney for the 31-year-old St. Louis-born producer immediately denied the allegations to New York Yankees fans who were ejected from Game 4 of the World Series for interfering with Los Angeles Dodgers right fielder Mookie Betts have been banned from Game 5 on Wednesday night. Betts leapt at the retaining wall in foul territory and caught Gleyber Torres' pop fly in the first inning Tuesday night, but a fan in the first row with a gray Yankees road jersey grabbed Betts' glove with both hands and pulled the ball out. Another fan grabbed Betts' bare hand. Not good. There's no place for that. It's as simple as that. New York manager Aaron Boone said Wednesday. Come here, cheer, root for your team, whatever. No place for that. Should never have hands on anyone. The Yankees called the behavior egregious and unacceptable. The team said the fans involved are season ticket holders, and the club gave their Game 5 tickets to Calvin Young, a pediatric cancer patient who lives in New Jersey, and his family. This was in the news update of Hello America, Millennium Daily News Update. Log in to get the latest news, our all social networking site Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok is Millennium News 24. Also, our Yahoo channel is News Channel M24. Viewers now on both network broadcasting Android and iOS devices, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, also all smart TV platforms. Please enjoy our entertainment and latest news and views. Our Millennium TV apps: Millennium TV USA, Android, Millennium News, Google, www.millenniumtv24.com. Stay with Millennium News 24. Thank you.
This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist.